Good morning, folks. It is 9:55 a.m. Central Standard Time on March the 9th, 2022. Hope our Creator is keeping you well and safe wherever you are in the world. We are starting off today here looking at our Solar Dynamic Observatory in 193 angstroms of light. We're going to take a peek here at what was going on in the last 48 hours. The sun has been mostly quiet, no major flares or activities to report. However, we have had a couple of little snaps come off of this upper right corner here of the, if you want to call it a corner, region of the sun that we can see. But also the other things we have to watch out is for this guy right here. We can see it's very bright here. These are very large sunspots that are coming across, and there's going to be a lot of activity. We are keeping an eye out over in this region because as it is starting to cross the, go past us, they're actually starting to develop a little bit more. So we will keep our eyes open on that. We can clearly see a filament coming off here, and it is quite large, actually quite long. So if that thing releases, it's going to kind of come off at an angle. So we can clearly see this bugger here getting bright, but let's go see what it really looks like. And as we're looking at our HMII, these are the guys that are starting to develop a little bit more with this guy, and this is the one that is directly Earth facing. It's looking pretty calm. If this guy was the same size as this one, we might have a little bit of an issue, but we don't. But this is the area of concern. We can see all these huge umbras and all the little friends that are dancing around it. Let's go see it in polarity color, shall we? Here we are looking at it through the HMIBC, and we can see that these are starting to develop here. You got lots of the blue and green starting to dance around the red spot here. So we got negative and positive. So this could definitely develop and become active as it goes around the corner. This one here, like I was saying, if this one here was the same size, we could have some serious issues being pretty close, but it's just got some teeny tiny little friends right here, so we could get a few little pops off of it, but nothing major. But this is the area this is the area we need to worry about. We see all the red here in the middle, and then we are positive, and we've got negatives. Looks like this one's still developing, but this one here is developed, so we could definitely see some active spots coming off of this as it comes around to join us. We could wind up seeing a very busy and active next few days. Oh, bloody hell. We are at spaceweatherlive.com, by the way. That's where we started off today. And as we can see, no major flares at all, nothing serious to worry about. We've got these couple little snaps like I was talking about. We do have our dip outs right here, as usual and scheduled, it seems like. And we're going to take a little peek over here at our WSA Enlil, the Anunnaki Sumerian wannabe god, the Anunnaki god Enlil, right here. Yep, and this is his prediction model. Looks like from the recent activity that we had popping off here, looks like we're going to get a second glancing blow. So, and that's going to hit us, it looks like, on the 12th. So we got the one that popped off this way that's going to get us on the 11th, and the other one popping this way, it's going to get us on the 12th. Actually, no, that's two of them. That's two different ones, actually. So they're not going to be major impactors. As you can see, it's just a little graze on the chin. So it's not a direct impact like it would be as if we were up here. Okay, so this is the sun, and this is the earth right over here. And as you can see the chart up here, you can see what's what for that's being marked on this particular model. So we're over here. As you can tell here, we're just going to get a little bit of it. Nothing major, folks. Current KP index is at a 1, so we're relatively low. Not a lot of plasma radiation coming through that we know of. Looks like between Thursday and Friday we could get up to a KP4, and those are going to be those two CMEs that I just showed you that will be impacting. So we could get up to a KP4, and this right here is our hemispheric power. This is where we're at as far as our gigawatts. I do remember covering the gigawatt, the situation with the gigawatts and what it represents, what it means. When these go higher, the auroras will go up. This is actually an aurora page for auroral activity. So the auroras are going to be relatively low. So if you're an aurora chaser, you're not going to have a lot over the next couple of days. But come Thursday, Friday, yeah, it'll definitely pick up and you'll be able to get some really good auroras. And as we come over here to Space Weather Prediction Center.NOAA, as in Noah's Flood.gov, we are over here at LASCO. And let us take a peek here. We've actually got a couple things missing, and it is 8 hours of missing data. Oh, come on. If it's going to let me do it. Look at this. We go from 125 to 912. So we do have a slight eruption that just kind of lifted off. Recently, actually within the last few hours, actually, according to the time, this is UTC time, 10:36. This is 10:08 10:04 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 6 hours off, so this is still a little bit behind, hasn't quite caught up. As we look over here at Lascaux C3, this is Lascaux C2 by the way, this right here is Jupiter that's coming out from behind the sun, so we can also see it here as it's popping off. So, and it's not major, it's not going to be coming at Earth whatsoever, so we'll be alright with that one. Now with those things being said, please keep in mind we're going to start being more sensitive to taking on more plasma and radiation from the sun because our poles are moving. Okay, these are our poles. This is the North Pole, and this right down here is our South Pole. Let me give you a little sneaky peeky weeky. Yeah, that didn't make any sense, but whatever. This right here is our North Pole. You can see where our North Pole was and how it's been slowly moving. Okay, we're actually right about here currently. It is on its way towards Russia, believe it or not. And so it is moving, and it's been moving for quite a while. And since, what, 1990, it's really been picking up the pace to move. Now this is our North Pole, okay? Now our South Pole, it's doing the same thing. South Pole is not even on the Antarctic continental shelf anymore. It is in the ocean, okay? It says 2020 here. Now, well, it's actually right here, right smack in the middle of that. And with our magnetic poles moving, it means that our magnetic field or shields are going to be weaker. They're going to be more susceptible to they're going to be weaker for getting a punch. So when we take a CME impact, it can affect our planet greater. And I'll get into another video on why they're moving to kind of help things make sense. And as we get over here to our Schumann resonance, we can see that we have been pretty busy. The Earth has been giving off a very high signal. The last 24 to 48 hours, it's been very busy. The other day we were up to 52 for our power, and 7 is normal. Just to kind of give you a numerical value, 7 is normal, and 7 is actually where the human body resonates the most with the Earth, where we actually function. This can affect our health. I mean, this can affect people with cardiac issues. So this is very important to keep your eyes out for. Okay, some people like myself, I get ringing in the ears. Sometimes my back hurts. Occasionally. Sorry, I had to hit pause. I had a sneeze coming. So this can definitely affect us. So we do need to keep an eye on that. This is our Russian model. Our Italian model, however, is showing it's always different because they keep changing the Italian model. This Russian model has never changed. They don't adjust the sensitivity on it or anything. Which is why I actually like this one the most. Our Italian model that we have, though, they adjust them. This right here is our electromagnetic field. Okay, this is very VLF, very low frequency. Okay, and you can see these lines here that kind of go like this. This right here is how you can tell that they've adjusted it. Okay, because they didn't used to be this tight. They used to be wider, so it was more. And they've cranked it down so that way this doesn't look like it's blasting all the way up here, which is where it really should be. And here you can tell on the this right here is a geophone, an actual physical geophone that's in the ground that picks up the signals. Is this right here? Now, I believe it or not, I actually have a geophone that gives audio sounds of what this is of what we're seeing here. Okay, so because I used to work in the pipeline industry, and geophone is one of the things that we had. Now you can see here of what's happening. You can see that there are little events here, and you can see it here visually. But down here, it's not showing you the frequency of it. It's just showing you that there was an event. So that's why I come and I check it, but for the most part, we use the Russian model. And we are over here at Solar System Scope, and right now we're actually doing pretty well in as far as our alignments. Sorry. And this right here kind of gives us a good view of where things are. This is our current position. So as we actually kind of line it up, so this is going to explain some energies that we're receiving, folks, on the planet. We can see Earth lined up with the sun, and what's right behind it? Oh, we got Jupiter behind it, and guess what? Neptune's back here too. Neptune is one of the things that we're seeing on seeds on stereo ahead. When we see there's a little bright one that was kind of coming around, and I was like, what was that? Well, it ended up being Neptune. Now, one of the other things that we need to take into consideration as we're looking at it, we've got Pisces over here, and we've got another guy. See, this is a very good place to go. Solar System Scope, and you can actually set all kinds of things over here, and you can play with it. Now we want to get to our constellation names. Let's show them. We want to see what's going on with it, right? And right over here, here's Aquarius. So we're coming out of Pisces and going into Aquarius, as we all know. So we're moving this way, right? Well, when it comes to energies, there's more than just this that we have to look at. We also have to look at energies of what's above us. As above, so below, right? So that's something that we need to keep in mind. So what's above us? Oh, Draco, as in a snake, draconian. Look at that. So we've got those energies coming at us. Now, what's below us, right? Let's take a look at what's below us. Oh, look at this. Doesn't that almost kind of look like a snake as well? What's the name on that thing? Carina. So we've got energies from above and below. And now, the next thing that we have to look at is what's behind us. Let's take a look at that alignment coming from the other way. Sun and Earth. And it looks like we've got right at the tip of Virgo, going out of Virgo, looking at it this way, from Virgo over into Leo. Or actually might be going, actually it's the other way, excuse me, going from Leo to Virgo. Excuse me, yeah, because we go around this way. So this will help to explain a lot of the energies for what's going on, is by looking at our planetary alignments and our alignments with the stars, with the different constellations and what's going on. So I hope this kind of helps to explain some things for everybody. And I hope everyone has a good day. Remember, eyes open, no fear, and remember that love is the only way forward.